Hello and welcome. I'm Saeed from StoryPlanet.net. Dive right into the essence of the most captivating books without reading them cover to cover. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, we offer you a unique and enriching listening experience. Today, we are exploring the book, 5 Voices, a creation by Jeremie Kubicek and Steve Cockram. Voices, 2016, is a guidebook that aims to enhance your communication skills, both in your personal and professional spheres. Authors Jeremie Kubicek and Steve Cockram assert that in order to achieve this, it is essential to understand your preferred communication style. In these summaries, the authors present 5 strategies for effective communication, accompanied by numerous practical suggestions that will enable you to effectively convey your message while avoiding confrontations. Before we delve into these revelations, it's interesting to note that Jeremie Kubicek, before achieving best-selling author status, served as the CEO of LeaderCast conferences. This platform is dedicated to assisting leaders in realizing their full potential. Some of his previous works include the books Making Your Leadership Come Alive, 2011, and 5 Gears, 2015. Steve Cockram is a co-founder of Giant Worldwide, a company that specializes in executive leadership training. He is also the co-author of 5 Gears and a successful consultant as well. The copyright for Jeremie Kubicek's book, 5 Voices, 2016, is held by John Wiley & Sons Inc. Reproduction or distribution without authorization is strictly prohibited. With 8 key ideas to unveil, brace yourself for a deep dive into this captivating book. On StoryPlanet.net. To start, this text is about a crash course in communication and highlights the importance of understanding the benefits and advantages it brings to individuals. Plato believed that dialogue is the best way to develop ideas. Communication in the real world often falls short because people get stuck in their own perspectives. Jeremie Kubicek and Steve Cockram argue that this is because everyone has different voices they use when communicating. Understanding these voices can lead to more productive conversations. In this book summary, you'll learn how to identify the different voices, when to give in or stand your ground in a discussion, and how to encourage quieter individuals to speak up. Key idea number 1. Nurturers prioritize others over themselves and are often overlooked or ignored. The authors identify 5 different voices we use for communication. One of these voices is the nurturer, who values the input of others, emphasizes group harmony, and puts others' needs ahead of their own. However, nurturers often struggle to make themselves heard and may undervalue their own contributions. Around 43% of the population is made up of nurturers. Key idea number 2. Creatives are innovative voices, but their ideas are often misunderstood. The text explains that if you are highly imaginative and always thinking about the future and new ideas, you are likely a creative. Creatives are interested in redefining old questions and finding innovative solutions. They make up only 9% of the population. Creatives tend to work in fields that reward out-of-the-box thinking. However, they often struggle to make others understand their ideas, which can be frustrating for both parties. It is important for creatives to communicate their ideas effectively and for non-creatives to value their contributions. Key idea number 3. Guardians prioritize the preservation of traditional values and tend to approach situations in a practical and realistic manner. Guardians are considered conservatives who aim to protect traditional ways of doing things and prevent unnecessary change. They emphasize the successes of the current system and are motivated to protect it. Although they may be perceived as boring and restrictive in an age that values openness and innovation, Guardians have good reasons for defending the status quo. Their pragmatism and realism allow them to quickly identify the drawbacks of new ideas and save organizations time and money by rejecting unfeasible projects. Guardians are often the ones who prevent reckless and impulsive decisions that can harm an organization's progress. Key idea number 4. Connectors play a crucial role in connecting people, both by creating new connections and by nurturing existing relationships. Connectors are individuals who effortlessly bring people together and make strangers feel comfortable. They are good at resolving problems by connecting people with the right contacts. Connectors tend to have many acquaintances but few close friends. In the workplace, connectors are valuable team members who motivate others and encourage collaboration. They are enthusiastic about various activities and share their interests with others. Overall, connectors are great assets for organizations that prioritize teamwork. Key idea number 5. Pioneers are determined and fearless in pursuing their goals and are not afraid to make difficult decisions. Pioneers are stubborn, strategic thinkers who have a strong vision of their goals and are determined to succeed. They see work as a game and are willing to make tough decisions to achieve their objectives. Jane Farden, a CEO, had to choose between her nurturing voice, which wanted to keep her struggling cosmetics business open for her employees, and her pioneer voice, which told her to trust her instincts and close it down. She ultimately chose to dissolve the company and rebuild it from scratch, compromising by having trusted nurturers and guardians handle the day-to-day operations. Today, her new business is thriving. Key idea number 6. The text is encouraging those who are nurturing to express their thoughts and allowing creative individuals to think innovatively. In team meetings, the loudest people tend to dominate the conversation, while the quieter types remain silent. However, this can be improved by encouraging the quieter members, such as nurturers, to speak up and protecting them from criticism. For creatives, it is important to allow them to think outside the box and accept that some ideas may not work. Constructive questioning and refraining from strong criticism can help support the creative process. Key idea number 7. To have more positive meetings, it is important to allow guardians to ask challenging questions, encourage connectors to pursue their passions, and have pioneers speak last. This text discusses how to manage different personality types in a team, specifically focusing on guardians, connectors, and pioneers. Guardians, who are skeptical about change, should be seen as valuable contributors to a healthy company culture. It is important to remind others of the dangers guardians are trying to protect the organization from. Connectors should be allowed to use their social skills to motivate the team after the guardians have finished their scrutiny. However, connectors should be cautioned against taking criticism personally. Pioneers, who tend to be dominant, should be asked to speak last and reminded to provide constructive and empathetic criticism. Implementing these strategies will help keep the team working together effectively. Key idea number 8. Effective team managers lead by example and have control over their own voices. In the workplace, team leaders need to be in control of their own voices in order to effectively lead and help their team members. It's important to lead by example and remember that your voice is responsible for the team. Different leadership styles have different focuses. Nurturers should focus on creating a harmonious environment. Guardians should safeguard proven systems and traditions. Creatives should think outside the box and communicate clearly. Connectors should facilitate open dialogue, and pioneers should make strategic decisions. It's also important to recognize and utilize secondary voices for new insights. By understanding and applying this knowledge, communication with difficult people can become easier. In conclusion, there are 5 different communicative styles or voices: nurturer, creative, guardian, connector, and pioneer. Each voice belongs to a different character type and plays a role in group settings. It is important for each unique voice to be heard and for everyone to feel that their views are being taken into account. Ingrained biases against certain voices in a culture should be questioned. Different cultures value different voices, and it is important to ensure that all voices are given a fair hearing in a team setting. Thank you for listening to this summary. If you enjoyed this exploration, we invite you to discover other fascinating books on storyplanet.net. Don't wait any longer. A multitude of books, stories, and knowledge await you there. See you soon on storyplanet.net.